Kalyan, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir. I'm hearing, sir.
Yeah, I joined. There is no problem.
Okay, sir.
Right. Kalyan, lighting, is it okay or?
Yes, sir. Sir, 6:15, sir.
Sorry.
Yes.
You are able to hear me, no, Kalyan?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Kalyan, can we start or another 2 minutes? Right.
We can start, sir. We can start, sir. It's about
Yeah.
6:13, sir. 6:13.
Yeah. Am I audible?
You are audible, sir. You are audible, sir.
Right. Okay. Yeah, Kalyan, I'm going to start.
Please, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
Hello.
Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, right. Thank you. So, good evening, dear parents. I welcome you all, deans, heads of departments, faculty members, and students who are in the second year of BE BTech programs of our college. And a special welcome to all the parents who have taken their time to participate in the meeting and get a few points for the meaningful learning that happens in the campus for their wards. At the outset, I thank all of you for supporting us in the pandemic and the post-pandemic recovery of the academic activities. First semester results have been published. There was a delay because Anna University, our affiliating university, there were some changes in the norms for declaring grades and the passing criteria. It took some time for us to get the necessary approvals. So the first semester results have been passed and second semester results will be announced soon. This batch of students, as we understand, they have gone through the online or the severity of pandemic, hence in the online mode. And their exams of +2 may not be the traditional exams. So they would have been subjected to some type of transition from online to offline. But in our campus, they were taught completely in the offline mode from their first semester. Enough experience is given in the classroom. Then they have been assessed. I think they have done well to come up to the expectations of the standards of PSG College of Technology. And they will continue to do well. And our system is student-centric and very supportive. There are various mechanisms to look into their performance, and wherever there is a need to support them. And there are well-trained officers who will look into this. Now, coming to the third semester, that is second year, there need to be little more of opening and understanding of the professional programs. First semester is very rapid. You don't get enough time to respond to their internal feelings. They go through, admissions will be late, then classes will start, then exams will be done. So first semester goes very fast. But when you go to the second semester, it is relatively slow. There are, or we have adequate time. So there is some type of relaxation of the individuals' suppressed feelings or expressions or whatever we may call. Then third semester onwards, it is very, what you say, normal. They get about 4 months, 4 to 4.5 months whereas in first semester they get less time. So when the time is more in a given semester, unless enough focus is put on academics and other co-curricular or extracurricular activities, they will find some type of deviation in some cases. Sometimes lack of interest in the subject, some subjects. So this has to be specifically looked at. The norms of the university, especially on attendance. I mean, when you say attendance, it is the participation in the classroom activity. They have to maintain 100%. That's what all of us will say. They are put here for studies. Their job is to learn. They have to participate in all the classroom activities. But due to many reasons, sometimes health issues, some other family commitments, some or the outstation activities, sports, they will not be attending all the classes, which we support with an exemption. But minimum attendance required is 65% as per Anna University norm. So this is the fundamental of academic performance. Attend all the classes with maximum attendance. That itself will guarantee a good academic performance of the student. So the classroom 8:30 to 4:30, that is the schedule. Sometimes there could be some extra class if necessary. So it mandates that a student has to go through all the serious sessions, understand the concepts, practice well, go through the internal assessment, tutorials, then the assignments. It could be oral, it could be written. And there are various modes of training that we give to the student in theory. Similarly, in the laboratory sessions. And there are a few courses which are focused on improving their employability aspects. When I say employability aspects, at the end of third year, that is sixth semester, they are almost ready for an internship in a big company, or at the end of seventh semester, they are, or middle of the seventh semester, they are hired by companies for placement. So considering all this, the academic calendar planning and various activities in a semester, internal assessment, final examination, all these are planned. Then only the industries can come and recruit them. So the students' participation is very, very important in all the processes. Attendance, the assessments, exams, placement preparation. Now they are only in the second year, but as the time progresses, suddenly they will see the need for interview readiness. But we prepare them from beginning so that they don't have any surprise, or there is no need to get excited suddenly. In a very normal manner, training programs are conducted. They are given a lot of counseling about the academic counseling, career counseling, what type of companies they can approach. There are many other avenues. There are various clubs, students, activities, sports, all these they can participate. But all the time, this attendance has to be monitored. This is my personal request to all the parents. This attendance can be checked once in a while with the tutor, program coordinator, or head of the department. Please keep a live communication. So we keep informing the tutor through our system. In some cases, we call the students and counsel them about the need to have the attendance requirement satisfied, so that they progress without any hurdles in their academic learning and exams. Now, when you come to the classroom participation, that generally classrooms will be about 60-65 students. That is how a professional program will work. So it is a process of learning by questioning, self-involvement, reading extra from library. We have a huge library. So this reading habits, generally teachers insist, but a student has to work it out. When they go to library, a lot of journals, magazines, books related to their domain, related to history to language. So there are various options to develop the personality of the student. And suddenly somebody may pick up a book on GRE or IAS or UPSC exams. That is how the interest is created in the student from first year or second year. to reach something beyond their course, higher studies. So visiting library is very important. Please advise the wards to visit the library. Today everything is available online, but that may not meet the purpose. Go physically, walk into a big space like library, that will expand their mind. They can think bigger. Otherwise, everything is restricted to a small device called mobile phone, which imposes its own hazards in terms of our physical fitness, in terms of break of physical networking. They may have a virtual network with many people in the world. That is good, nothing wrong. But once in a while, they have to deal with physical systems, magazines, books, journals, interact with people. All these are very, very important. So my first request is on the attendance. Second part is on the academic part, using various resources which we procure for the benefit of the students. So this attendance can be monitored periodically through the tutor. All the students will not have this problem. And some cases they don't communicate. Last minute only we come to know. Therefore, once in a while, please check with the tutor about the attendance. We keep informing the parents if there is an issue. But it will be good in the early days to understand the requirement of the student. Some students say, I need little more time. So we counsel them, bring them back into the stream, help them to continue the process. If we detect it early, we can correct. But to the end, it becomes really a challenge. So this is my first part of discussion. Second part is about discipline. PSG has a good platform to implement the discipline, whatever is appropriate in hostel as well as in college campus. So when we speak about discipline, it is not to insist on very strict rules or any such stringent norms. It is to make the student aware that they are responsible for their actions and reactions. So in our college website or in the calendar which we give it to the student, there are some code of conduct, how to behave in a group, how to behave in classroom, how to behave in exam hall, how to behave in a function which we organize, the dress pattern. So many things are listed. It will be very good because they are all well proven practices, and it prevents them from getting into a wrong situation all the time. They won't have any difficulty if they go through these norms. So the once in a while they must go through the some of the traditions what we have in the campus. It is available in the book. It is available in the regulations, and it will always protect them from any other issues. Just obey some norm, it will be very safe. It is like traffic rules we obey in the road. So the generally when we say discipline, people may say it is a question of coming in time and going in time. It is not that. Anytime they can learn, work in the labs with some monitoring, they can work beyond working hours. But it is a question of imparting responsibility to the student when we talk about discipline. When they take up a job in a company, the employer will expect them to be responsible. So it is possible only with discipline. So we are transforming a student into a professional in a duration of 4 years in case of engineering, 3 years in terms of BSc program, and 5 years in the case of sandwich and MSc programs. So these are all well proven. That is why we advise the student to have some norms in terms of behavior in a group or in a crowd or whatever. So that gives them enough confidence when they go abroad or in a different environment. They can manage themselves and they can manage others. So that is the fundamental of having some code of conduct which is well written in our documents. Now in the first year to second year, they have been moved definitely by grades. Now how to understand the second year courses? It is my duty to spend little time on this. Every semester there will be courses with about 24 credits. It may be about 7 subjects, 5 theory and 2 laboratories. And each course when they do is a credit system, and there is a relative grading as stipulated by Anna University for this batch. But irrespective of all this, they can study well, answer well. they will get the credit, whatever they have worked for. And all the other norms of examination, reevaluation, if there is a need, how to withdraw from an examination. Suppose on the day of exam, somebody is not well. There is a procedure to withdraw from the exam. All these are well documented in our book. Tutor or HOD can be all the time contacted to get a clarification, but student himself or herself can read and take a decision on that. Similarly, break of study, when it happens, I will spend some time on that. So this is a part of attendance requirement. When a student earns less attendance in 2 subjects at any point of time, beyond that, he cannot take up that semester. This rule is a university approved rule, which has to be obeyed, and it is meant for the benefit of students, the attendance norm, so that he will complete the course without any deviation. He will be focused on the study. And if there's a genuine need, that's a different issue. There are norms for that. We don't want students to lose attendance by a marginal number, 1%, 2%. It never happens. The system is so supportive. No student will have a marginal shortage of attendance. That's what I said in the beginning. From early days, if attendance is monitored, this problem will never come. We are also very watchful about the students' attendance. There are regular meetings about the attendance. We check with various stakeholders, especially with the department, and we receive the feedback. If there is a need to intervene, we call the student, check with him what is wrong. And in many cases, they have been well supported and they complete their course. Similarly, in the hostel also got norms, because in the second year, they may have some fun sometime, but the hostel warden and the team, they monitor them, they permit them to have some enjoyment, but everything is within the norms of the college. There are various celebrations, hostel day, I think they do semester feast, sports, so many things are there. So they can participate in whatever they can afford to participate with respect to their time and their interest. And so many clubs are there, associations are there, and the industry visits are arranged. So it is an all-round personality development process, not alone a grade awarding system. Therefore, students have to find time for everything. Studies sometime, sports sometime, going for NSS activity sometime, participating in a conference in another state another time. All these have been promoted. Last year, we had about 10 students, mechanical engineering and civil engineering. ACT sponsored them with some norm to visit Atal Tunnel in Himachal Pradesh. Is one of the great architecture, or I will say a technical achievement of Government of India, a big tunnel with about 9 kilometers long. It's a marvel. So some students have gone and visited, and they have come back and given a presentation about what they have seen. So we promote all such things with adequate safety and security. So those people also were supported academically after they came back, compensation class, whatever is required, it has been done. So in every meeting, when I meet students, parents, guardians, I repeat about this attendance. That is the most fundamental issue, which creates some type of difficulty for us. That has to be reminded periodically. A teacher's job is to repeat. I am also a teacher, so we repeat fundamentals without missing. Then coming to the next level of performance and achievement, I mentioned about the third year. That is about a placement year, which is very, very important. We want all the students who join here, get their degree, get good jobs. So there's a separate section, Dean Placement and Training. They keep on attempting to bring new companies, new technologies, or the companies who work on new technologies, and they are remunerated well. A good package is also provided to the student. The reason why placement is important, I have to explain. Once a student is placed, he gets a target for his life, supporting others, may not be necessary, but he becomes responsible, and the financial freedom or the independence what he gains, that will transform him to a responsible citizen. So that is the purpose of our training. They must become responsible citizens. So placement is an important activity. We are not saying placement is the end of it, but after 10th, parents try to admit the student in a good college so that his 11th and 12th are secured. After that, they get a good admission or admission in a good institution like PSG. Some people prepare for a NEET or a GATE or sorry, JE, that type of exams. So we look for an environment where his aspirations will be nourished. Same way, after his studies, he must be engaged with a good corporate where again he will learn things and he will be a leader after some time. So that is the purpose of getting a placement. It is not job. It is a career. They work for that till the age of 40. Some people start their own venture. Some people go abroad. So that is an expansion of life. That is the expansion of his personality. The seed for that we are putting now. Various activities, some type of discipline, subjects, mastery over the subjects. Then only he can command things in future. So our whole exercise is for this, to mold them into a responsible citizen. They come from schools, then 4 years they spend here, interact with so many teachers, alumni, the management, and they absorb energies from this campus. So the campus is started in 1951. So it is like a temple where many people have visited and left their positive thoughts. So when students live in such a campus, they also get influenced by that type of positive thought. This is the meaning of residential program. When they soak in the good thoughts left by many, they also get transformed. It is not a physical process. It is a slow internal transformation. That's what I want to say about education. It may not happen in all the places because it needs a lot of energy, because there are so many people studying, working. Each one will absorb energy and put back the energy, but students, we have to give the energy. Then only they will become energy sources for the future. Therefore, all these processes, the most fundamental and the simplest in my view is the attendance. Rest of the things, anything we can handle. So please see that all the parts, they come to the classes with and earn maximum attendance possible. They have to be here. There may be leave. We also give them leave, but they can spend their time in laboratories during weekend. If there is a big function or any other festivals, definitely those days there are enough leaves given to the student. They can visit their homes, spend time with the family members. All these are definitely allowed and it is required. So once in a while, talking to the HODs, talking to the tutor, talking to some of us, it will definitely add value to our efforts in transforming the students to a responsible corporate professional. This is what I wanted to communicate here. There will be addressed by Associate Dean Placement. Today, Dean Placement is busy with another interview, so he will do that. Before I conclude, I thank the management because last 2 to 3 years it was very hard. The lockdown, changing over to online, getting new resources, bringing more networking in the campus, maintenance of equipment, everything is done by the management well. We are ranked very close to Anna University in the recent Anna University ranking. We are an aided institution, so the entire credit goes to the management, stakeholders, parents, students, alumni, and employers. And of course, our dedicated staff, teachers, and non-teaching staff. Everybody worked so well without vacation. I congratulate all of them for their contribution. Placement is doing extremely well. We want all the students who get admitted here in any program to become eligible for placement. When I say eligible, they are academically qualified with very good competencies in their subjects of study. No issues with attendance or classroom or subjects backlog, nothing. Very clean profiles, good profiles, and all of them should be motivated to go through the placement process. No one should be away from this placement scene. So for that, it is a question of motivating them, inspiring them. So we do all this at various stages. Third semester may be too early, but it is like students start learning in 8th standard for IIT JEE. They know then only they will get it. 4 years they have to work. Similarly, the speed of the world, the, the increase in aspirations, increase in the economic activities, more than that, the opportunities in this world, it is infinite for the student. It is not like 40 years ago or 20 years ago. Last few years, especially after the COVID, we don't know what are the opportunities. That many opportunities are opened. Everywhere there is an opportunity. There is a talent. If there is a discipline and there is a talent, people are taken away just like that for very good profiles. Therefore, from my side to conclude, education finally transforms a person with an ability to focus. When he is able to focus on something, he can solve the problem. More ability to focus, more ability to solve problem. This is what world or society wants. So at the end of education, he tries to understand his own place. In this journey, he will find many good places and still he keeps going in higher altitudes and he understands himself. Generally, we stop with a placement with a good salaries, but some students still go up. They keep on trying to explore, and every exploration, like mining, you get valuable oil, you get diamonds, or you get precious stones. So this journey continues, and every effort they will come out successful. So I thank all of you for your time, and I wish you a pleasant evening. And let us celebrate the 75th year of independence of our nation with a lot of joy and more commitment. Thanks to all of you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you can start, Dean, Associate Dean, please.
I will, sir. Thank you, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you are.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everybody.
I think you can be a little more loud and not volume, please check.
Yes. Good evening, everybody.
Yeah,
I
good.
join with our principal in welcoming the HODs, deans, faculty members, students, and parents for this meeting. Principal sir has covered the very salient points regarding the students' transformation from the first year to second year and from second year to third year. I will add few more points from the perspective of placement and training. The Placement and Training Office at PSG College of Technology has a very established process. This office has been running for several decades and have had a lot of success over the years. The Placement and Training Office operates under the guidance of a principal and Dean Placement and Training. I am Dr. Engels, a professor at Computer Science and Engineering Department. I am also attached with Placement and Training Office in the capacity of Associate Dean Placement and Training. So for the students who are moving on to the second year of their studies, we first want to congratulate them for completing their first year studies, moving on to the second year. And typically, traditionally, we see that students tend to kind of have a lot of new experiences in the first year. And in the second year, by the second year, they are very familiar with the college processes, the functioning of the college, etc. So this is the right time for the students to be engaged in a productive manner. And we want to make the right interventions in the second year. Placement and Training Office makes a couple of such interventions for our students in this regard. So I will talk about three primary points. As principals are already pointed out, our placement has been phenomenal in the last year. For 2022 graduates, the results are extremely encouraging. Our median salary has significantly improved and we have had a lot of success. This is due to several reasons. The industry is booming after the pandemic or at the end of pandemic. The companies, especially in the ITES segment, they are showing a lot of interest in hiring the students. Even the traditional core engineering companies are showing interest in expanding their IT wings, etc. And basically, the overall realization globally that we need to kind of move to a digital, place, transformation is necessary. This understanding has made a lot of companies to invest and expand their job opportunities in India. And of course, the PSG Tech students are at the forefront of gaining from those opportunities. And from our placement and training office, we want to utilize and capitalize on these opportunities and pave the right way for our students. In this regard, as Principal Sir pointed out, we have in our curriculum few courses known as Employability Enhancement courses, shortly known as EEC courses. In the second year, students of BE and BTech programs will undergo 2 such courses, one in the 3rd semester and one in the 4th semester. In the 3rd semester, they will be taking a course, EEC course, titled as Building Communication Skills. This course introduces the right tools, technologies, and practices on having workplace communication, best workplace communication for our students. In the 4th semester, we have another course called Soft Skills Development. This course again introduces our students to good body language, correct way of communication, and exploiting the opportunities in the office scenarios by using their soft skills and their expertise in communication. So these 2 courses are both 30-hour courses, and we will be handling them in the evening hours. So these courses have the same passing requirements and attendance requirements as any other course in our curriculum. These are in curriculum. The students will have to pass these courses, not just pass with high grades to make sure that they are eligible for the degree. The program, at the end of the program, they will be eligible for the degree only by passing these courses. So from placement and training office, we emphasize on the significance of these courses. Not only passing is our goal should be learning these things well so that they become career skills and life skills for our students. And as I mentioned, this is the right intervention for our students in the second year. The second point I want to make is the placement aspect, the placement aspect for students when they move on to the third year. Now, a lot of the high pay masters, the global MNCs from FinTech, from IT, ITES, investment banks, etc., have shown a lot of interest in hiring our students for summer internship, which comes between the third and the final year. For having the students for summer internship for that duration, they conduct the evaluation process, we call them as drives, during 5th or 6th semester. 5th semester, typically, they want to come early and get the good students for the summer internships. So the students who are entering into second year now, they have about 1 year for their preparation, for placement preparation, and also to make sure that they are making themselves fundamentally very strong in the concepts of their academic pursuit, their programs, their individual programs, their courses. They have to make sure they learn them properly, practice them properly, and be well geared when the 5th semester comes. When the companies come for internship hiring in the 5th semester, they look at the students' academic performance. The academic performance at that time would include the student's CGPA from 1st semester, 2nd semester, 3rd semester, and 4th semester. Typically, the first 2 semesters, the companies, they want to have a good percentage or good CGPA, but 3rd and 4th semesters, they focus a lot, because in all programs, invariably, we have very important courses in the 3rd and 4th semesters. So companies look for those courses and see what kind of grades the students have obtained in this very important core to the program courses. So this is not the time for students to relax. This is a time for students to actually get very, very active, very energetic, very enthusiastic about their courses, and make sure they come out with flying colors by the end of 3rd and the 4th semesters. This makes them very attractive for the companies who come for summer internships. 1 year for preparation is available. So right time for the students to focus on building their academic, soft skills, and communication skills. And we will, of course, help them. For this, the students must make sure that they are aligning with the efforts of the departments and the placement and training section for the EEC courses. With this kind of support and intervention, we expect our students to utilize these opportunities and come out with excellent results by the end of 4th semester. And we also see that when students go for summer internships, the conversion rate to full-time employment is also extremely high. It's very, very high. So a student who gets a summer internship, as our principal pointed out earlier, is actually solidifying a lot of things. He is becoming very secure financially. He is becoming very secure in career-wise. They get early exposure to industry. They get the confidence of going through an evaluation process and getting selected. All these add to their entire character and their personality. It is very important for a student to taste such success. For this, from our faculty side, we will do all the help. From our placement training, we will do all the help. Our request to parents is also to make sure that students are constantly encouraged and taken care to perform at their peak levels during the semesters and during the summer internship drives. With that, one thing I want to finally add is a student's performance is not just based on the student's efforts alone. A major part of it comes from the student's efforts, but the support system also should be available for the student. And we do have that. We have support through our training, support through our academic prowess, our very strong faculty members, excellent ambience in the department, laboratory facilities, etc. With all that, we also have to constantly encourage our students to have a very positive on life. In a couple of years, globally, what we have seen is a lot of, a little bit of a bit down outlook globally. And we have to understand that this would definitely have an impact on our students. And all of us should strive towards encouraging our students to have a positive outlook, have a, get it attitude, and make them perform well. With that, I thank our principal for giving this opportunity for our office. Thank you very much, sir. A pleasant evening to all.
So I thank all the parents for joining us in this meeting. You have taken away your valuable time and spent with us. Hope the information given to you is very useful. I'm sure, if not now, after some time, you'll understand its implications and advise the children, your son or daughter, understand the education in a bigger way, not even the way I said. It will have still higher dimensions. That is how a real growth of an individual happens. They go to foreign universities, they come with PhDs, they can become Nobel laureates also after some time. And it is such a wide opportunity today available in this world. It has broken all the barriers. Education has become completely disrupted. I will say the word disrupted because the online or the presence of internet and the data, it has made everything business, education, healthcare, everything has undergone a lot of transformation. Similarly, the job profile is also undergoing transformation, but it becomes a challenging when we are not equipped with the necessary skills. But our job is to give the students with that type of skill. That is why this entire effort, speaking to parents, all the stakeholders. So I thank all of you once again, and please be in touch with us. And when the pandemic is fully withdrawn, I mean when it is vanishing, we can have the physical meeting, but there are some apprehensions about the pandemic COVID. Sometime it goes up, sometime it comes down. We want to be safe, and the safety of others is also important. So with this, my thanks to all of you, and your children are doing extremely well, and we will support them well to come out with flying colors. Thank you. Yeah, Kalyan, we will conclude this meeting. Kalyan.
Yes, sir, we will conclude. Sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks to all of you. Thank you.